And we're here. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're all well and good. Nice to see everyone. Let's get some let's get the let's just get our thumbnail onto this. Oh, near enough there, I think. And we'll be ready to chat. Hope you're all well. What have you been up to today? What's the plans later on today? Because some of you are in America or the Americas. Now you've got a spaceship going off today. Exciting. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Right. Oh, God. Yeah. I've got Spot. Hello, Spot. How are you? Hope you're well. Let's just get a, link up onto the community page. Not that I don't think lots of people will follow. However, if we get one or two, that'd be great. All like that. Right. So that's all good. There we are. Right. Boom. There we are. Uh, Artemis. Yeah, Artemis is off tonight. I think it's off about 11 o'clock your time, potentially. I think 4 hours beforehand, they'll say yay or nay. Hopefully, they've got everything lined up and ready to roll. We have Angela. Hello, hello, hello. Just setting up the live stream setup in the post section. And we shall see where we are. Always very, very helpful just to have some views and always appreciated. Let's just fire this one up. Right. That's 1st of April. Well, they've got some. Oh, they had some kale and had a bit of tomato as well. And not anything to update you on since yesterday. Everything's fine here. I'm just gonna roll this, see what we can get, do a couple of hours, and we shall see what happens. I think we might get a lowish number of views, but it'll be good. Have I had a good day? Yeah, not too bad. Welcome, Navi. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, yes, early start. But the guinea pigs all fed early and all looking okay. So that's good. And yeah, we've got Pythagoras rules okay. Yes, Pythagoras is good. So yeah, just hit that like button, please. We've got 2 likes so far, 4 of you showing on the screens. I've got some figures. We had haven't got to clean them out tonight. That's a relief. So yesterday we accrued 30 hours. 30 hours. So of that, 8 was on long videos and 22 were on live streams, and we had a live stream duration of 7.5 hours. That you mean it collected 7.5 hours of time yesterday. So that's good. And then we totaled up at 30. So really, really good. We're now on 4,180, which has gone up by very nearly 20. So again, that's good. Just buys us a little bit of time here on our watch hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to do here goes the Noctis. There we are. I need to trim our nails. Her nails are a little bit long. Also hoping to chop some with Eleanor, which pops out. So yeah, so we've got well, Teddies probably quite like long nails. They do their hair. That's all good. If you are following us on Facebook, you will see a little video of Xenocrates and Stardust, their parents, from June 2020, with their mums, Epicurus and Marshmallow, and the dad, who was Gingerbread. So you'll see all 3 together. Yeah, so that's quite cute. And that was taken back end of June 2020, and then Stardust came along the early part of August, and Xenocrates came along first week of September. So long time. Do I put different stuff on Facebook to YouTube? Yes, because a lot of the stuff on Facebook on YouTube was in shorts, and I put loads of shorts up, 6 a day, and I got to within about a year, 2 years of now. Whereas Facebook, I just put 3 up a day, just any random 3 for the last 8 years. Sometimes we put some photos up. It's just because it's monetized, you see, on Facebook. So, like the ones with hello, you. She was looking at me just then. The ones with Myrtle and Mercury pulling that grass, that got us lots of views. And lots of views on Facebook mean we get a little bit of money. Well, it's not a little bit, it's quite a lot. But it's not like thousands, but it was certainly It's only a couple of hundred. So that was quite nice. And then the one with Dottie the Dalmatian and her 4 boys in our kitchen, that got about £100. Just a 10-second video. Sometimes they fly and they just go viral. But yeah, so we got 47,300 on Facebook. We had 23,000 in November. So if there's money around, I will easily chase it because we've got the content, you see. So I can put stuff up in 5 minutes. I can put up the videos. So I record long videos on here, and then the shorter videos, they'll occasionally pop up on Facebook or links to the long videos. I mean, it's a bit cross-posty, but it's better than nothing. And it gets us, yeah, it's worth it. Less than 10 minutes a day, and if it pays some money, it's all useful. It goes back to the guinea pigs. And even if it doesn't get any money, because sometimes you have the same video and you run it too closely the second time, then it might get some new people following the Facebook page. So that's quite good. I mean, it might happen. It might happen. Who knows? If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not about money. Not really. And I posted up some pictures of Honeyduke and her family as well, and that's had some nice things. You just never know. You just never know. Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Just want to see if we can get some more people following us, because if we can get to 50,000, that'd be great. That'd be a great target. Now, works off views, so people don't pay. Yeah, might as well. Yeah. It's no, yeah. It's silly to not go for it. I've sort of let Instagram slide away a bit because we're not monetized on that. That's the invitation only or something. So I'm not wasting time and effort on that. So Dottie was well, we always wanted a Dalmatian, and Squeak was our original Dalmatian. She came in 2018, and she went off with Cromwell to the Isle of Wight in 2020. So she had 1 litter, and then she was paired with him. She had like a Dalmatian litter in January of 2019, and then no, she was then paired with Cromwell, and they never had a baby with him. Never had anything. So she went off to the Isle of Wight with him. Apparently, he was juddering away and purring away all the whole way down there, but she just told him no, no thanks. And then we wanted another Dalmatian, and we got Dottie. So Dottie was kind of related to Squeak, the original Dalmatian, like Squeak's sister's great granddaughter or something like along those lines. So so Dottie came to us, and then she had a litter with a male guinea pig. Wasn't one of ours. And then so she had 6, so they were a mixture of all sorts of things. Then we paired them up with a self black, and she had the mixture of two Dalmatian, 2 self blacks, pretty much. And so I always wanted a litter of Dalmatians, and they were all boys. And our friend had kept one of the females from the 6 that Dottie had in June. end of June 21. So we got that female back. That was Ruby. We called her Ruby. She was the nicest one from the litter. And our friend had her, which we were happy with. Then she had 2 litters. She gave us back Ruby, and Ruby then paired up with Dottie because we couldn't. Dottie, obviously having boys, we couldn't send her off with one of her sons. So we paired her up with this female. So we had Ruby, who's like a grey with red eyes. We had her for about 3 weeks, I guess, and then we paired her up with Dottie, and off they went. And they went locally, I think, someone quite local to here. And it actually worked out really well because we were just streaming our numbers down then to the 3 families. So Dottie was not one we were going to keep. I guess we could have, but I thought no. So it was like, no. We have to be a bit harsh on ourselves. Yeah, no, let her go. And so yeah, so it worked out okay. So she went, and then obviously we had the male Dalmatian that went in with Mercury back in 22, but he was not related to any of the Dalmatian lines that we'd been involved with before. So there's no link between our original Dalmatians and the Dalmatian lookers that we've got now. So that's quite interesting. So there we are. So we're at 17 minutes. We're going to run for about 2 hours, I think. So we're just going to hopefully try and get a few hours. And by me going live, it just shows that I do appreciate everyone who re-watches videos. We're at half an hour, 0.6 of watch time. And we shall see what we can get. I think it's quite doable to get a few hours, which would be fun. I'm a bit tired. Oh. I put the fleece in the washing machine with in the bag. So that's been, I've got half of them anyway. And then once they're done, I'll probably do the other half. So that's all then done and dusted. We've got, I've got some feedback, I think, on the newsletter that I sent out on Monday. Let's just see how many. Oh, is it? Yeah, because I can see how many people have opened up the newsletter. Let's see. So I get the right button pressed. I'd have to go into a web page and tidy it up, but it's looking a little bit old. It's marketing. So. So we've had 30. I sent 37 out. I've had 28% opened up. That's about 9 so far. And then I've had 3 people click on a link, or 3% click on a link. So at least 1 or 2 people. Compared to the last one, which was the end of November, that was 37 sent out, and about 20 people opened that one up. It's all heading in the right direction. We'll just see what happens. So I'm not overly worried at all. Oh, yeah. That's why it's yeah, some of them are undeliverables. So, it's quite a few undeliverables. Well, I will give it's five undeliverable at the moment. 2, 3, 4, 4. There's 4. Okay, so well, that's not too bad. Welcome, welcome, welcome to let's call it Matt. Matt, pack on. How are you? How are you? Hit that like button. Thank you very, very much indeed. No, we're always going to need a bag because the hay's always going to be a bit iffy. So now, uh, yeah, we've got a big bag. It's for use for dogs, dog cushions. So it works out pretty good. So it does work. It costs about £10, I guess. It is cold. It's chilly here, I have to say, but it's not too bad. I'll get some more veg for them. I don't want this. Come on, hang on. Stay going away. Ja. There we are. Happy guinea pigs with a bit of grass. 61 stream. Hello, hello, hello. And has Democrat's got a bald spot on her back? She's only got a thinning spot, yes. But she's fine. She's fine. Now, we've got you can see on Synopsis she's also got a slight thinning. In fact, all the Teddies seem to have. We'll sort that out. That's fine. We've got 5 of you on the stream, 7 likes so far. That's fantastic. It's now past. Well, we're at the same time actually. It's 5:35, and we're 34 minutes into the stream. Let's find out if that rocket's going up. Is that rocket going up? Well, the only thing going up is the American president. Hang on. Let's find this thing. It's quite exciting. This rocket going up. Hang on. Ooh. You're right, Pythagoras. I am watching her. Don't worry, everyone. I'm watching her. She appears to have something stuck at the back of her throat. I'm watching her. Don't worry. Just watching her mouth. Just twitching her nose, just behind the synopsis, and she's now eating another mouthful, so she's fine. She just right. Now, yeah. Let's see. Right. Yeah. Synopsis having a little wander. Let's see how that is. That rocket going up. Let's see. Oh, it's so you got crowds are gathering. So they've got a countdown clock. So I had a countdown. I've got a countdown clock. So potentially. Right, so the launch of it is scheduled for 6:24 ET. What's that? Eastern time. So all right. So what's that mean? 6:24 p.m. Eastern time. So what's the time? What's Eastern time at the moment? And we've got Fitz. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So what is okay? So what is what's the time at the moment? Eastern time in America, please. Can anyone advise? Ah, right. So it's okay. So 12:40. Okay. So that Artemis rocket's going to go up in about 6 hours. That's pretty cool. So that makes sense because it's going to. They reckon that it was going to go up about 11:30 our time. I'm obviously not going to watch it. I'll be in bed by then. Hopefully everything will be really good and it'll go up and we'll see the footage tomorrow morning. I think it's going to go around the Earth a few times. They're going to test all the life supports and then they're going to head off to the moon. I think it's a 4-day trip to the moon. Then go round the moon a bit. I don't know if it's once or twice. And then they're going to head back. And while they're around the moon, they're going to be the furthest ever away from Earth because they're going to go a little bit further beyond the moon. So, very exciting. It's obviously going to. Look, we've got DS969. Hello, DS969. Hit that like button, please, if you haven't already. And Fitz, are you well? Are you well? We've seen on you on. I hope you're good. Love to have you on board. Anyone who wants another guinea pig channel to watch, it's Fitz Guinea Vision. It's really cool. So the 4 generations here. We've got the oldest at the front. That's Xenocrates. Her daughter is on the left at the back. That's Democritus. Then her daughter is on the back on the right, and that's Pythagoras. And then on the left at the moment is Athena. Right, Fitz, I'm sorry. Sorry, you lost Lavender. No way. No way. I'm very sorry to hear that. That's a female, I take it. Lavender's a female. Was she unwell, or was the guinea pig unwell, or was it a sudden loss? It's always sad. Always sad. We both Myrtle and Luna, who we lost earlier this year, we knew both would be going. But we knew Luna would be going for a long time. But as you can see, the other Teddies they just get on with it, they absorb it. Yeah. It's just sometimes they go poorly and they come back. They swing back with Stardust. She wasn't brilliant around Christmas and she lost some weight, but then she swung back and she's 5.5 now. So any time really for Stardust could be it's like Xenocrates at the back there on the left. She's looking very ropey, but she's visually, but she's fine. And as long as they're keen and eager, then we're okay with her. But always sad. Lavender was 6. 6 is a good age. It's a really good age, and she had a great life with you, and so you must feel very pleased that she was in your care. I think that's the. You might not feel it today, but you'll start to feel it in a few days' time. We know with Luna that she had a good life. So where is DS969 based? You said, gosh, Are they cute? Well, they are cute. Yes, yes, yes. Where are you watching from? Are you watching from America? Are you watching from England? Are you watching from Australia? There we are. In Pythagoras on the left wants to know. Let us know. Let's see. But thank you so much for typing, because we do appreciate that some people don't want to type and join the chat, but it's a friendly bunch here. That's Synoptic having a little drink. We can go zoom on this. There we are. Conjunctivitis. Oh, gosh. It's not one thing, it's another thing. That's the thing, isn't it? Let's see if I can get an update on the launch. There must be a. Yeah, right. CBS say yes, it's good. It's good to go. It's exciting. Hang on. CBS. Okay, so the launch window is at 6:24 p.m. and it closes 2 hours later. So there's a 2-hour window for launch. And wow. The next opportunity, if there's an issue, is it'll be Thursday, 7:22 to 9:22. CBS will broadcast a special report anchored by Tony Dokupil, starting at 6 p.m. I have to say, for a ship going back to, even though it's going around the moon, the fact they don't start the program until 25 minutes from launch shows there's not like a a total buzz around it. I know this isn't the one going to the moon, but you'd think they'd have a little bit more coverage. And they've got astronomer Derek Pitts and former astronauts Peggy Whitson, Mike Hopkins, and the best one is Harrison Schmitt, who piloted the Apollo 17 flight and is the last person to have walked on the moon. There we are. That's cool. That is cool. Just hope that some of the and how many people walked on the moon? Hang on. Hang on. Who is alive? So there was six moon landings. Okay, so there was 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, six moon landings. And there's Buzz Aldrin, David Scott, Charles Duke, and Harrison Schmitt. And they're still alive. That's as of August 2025. And Fred Hayes was on Apollo 13, but he didn't land on the moon. So there's still 4 that are alive that landed on the moon. So okay, so hopefully, they'll all be okay for when we do land on the moon. It'd be great to have that sort of chat, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty cool. Someone who's on the moon, someone who's been on the moon, that'd be absolutely cool. So Buzz Aldrin was the second man on the moon. He's 96 now. And then David Scott was the 7th man on the moon. He's 93. Charles Duke is 90. He was the 10th man on the moon. And Housen Schmidt is 90. He was the 12th man on the moon. Gosh, they look so young in the photographs. But it was 54 years ago. Wow. Now, Harrison Schmidt, he was the... Let me get this right. He was the geologist. Yeah, he was the geologist that went up to the moon. Because when they cancelled 18, 19, 20, they then condensed what they were going to do into the last couple of moon landings, and they decided to send a geologist up there because until that point, the astronauts were just ex-pilots, and they learnt geology, but they wanted to send geologists up to actually do it, and that's how he got the gig. That's exciting. Surely one of them will still be around when they land. Right, sorry, let's see. So front paw amputation? Goodness me. NASA usually keep a good launch with it, yeah. All the money in the world wouldn't get Angela into space. I wouldn't go on an aeroplane. What about if it was on the ground? If it was like a static, could you walk? You have been on a plane? You've been on a static plane. I've been on Concorde, but it was static. It wasn't. We saw the Canadians have got a Lancaster bomber, and so has the British, and they flew the Canadian Lancaster over about 12, 13 years ago, and they flew them both together. That was well cool. Challenger sadly exploded. Yeah, Challenger exploded after Lord. That was. I think that was live on television in this country. They used to run if they were on the afternoon, sometimes they'd have like on a news program or something. Because it was quite exciting. It was quite exciting to watch I saw the original space shuttle launching. What was that? 82. I remember that they had that live on British television. That was exciting because that was two of the NASA's astronauts. I think one had been to the moon or something, and they were really experienced pilots, and they took the Columbia up. So just all the people that be on the moon are very old, very very old now. So hopefully they can keep going for a bit longer. That'd be so cool. See someone on the moon talking to someone who was on the moon, and just their conversation would be so unique. You've got someone on the moon, someone who has been on the moon, and the guy that has been on the moon. Oh no, Angela doesn't want to go near an airplane. It's on the ground. Oh, thing is, once you're on it, you can't. It's not like you can do. If it's going to crash, it's going to crash. That's the thing. It's like, well, but yeah, I understand how you're out of control. That's the thing. You're not in control on it. Anyway, let's go back to space. Not literally, and yeah, if you'd been on the moon 55 years ago, near enough, and you will speak to someone who was on the moon, the memories would come flooding back, and you'd be asking them stuff, and they'd be looking at it. It's a bit like going somewhere where you've got someone telling you all the tips. That's going to be pretty cool. But They haven't yet sussed out how they're going to land on the moon. That's still a work in progress. Right, we've got 5 of you on the stream and 7 likes. Now, I could do some membership gifting. And I can do 5 now, and I can do another 5 later on. So let's do 5 now. That's gone. Boom, boom, boom. Fitz Skinny Vision. Fitz, you got a gift membership. How cool is that, you see? Just goes to show. If you rock up to live streams, you get memberships. What would they say? You didn't see McKee's up there. No, you'd say about the golf balls, wouldn't you? Because they hit a couple of golf balls around. And yay. Um, do you know where the Apollo 11 landed? That is now a site of historic interest, and all the countries have agreed that if they go back to the moon and they find Apollo 11, the landing site, then they're not allowed to take bits off it and everything. So eventually that will have according to the video I watched, it'll have a dome over it, and then people will be able to walk around it. This is some years in advance. I don't think Angela's going to go up and look at it, but there'll be a big dome over it, and you can walk around it. I guess you'll be able to walk around it, not in a spacesuit, but like a tourist attraction. That's pretty cool. That's going to happen one day. One day. That's So we've got coming up 5 of them. And let's see what else we can do. So we're coming up to 1 hour at 56 minutes. Let's do a quick check on time. I'll see what my youngest is. What's it up to her? 6 o'clock. That's nice. It's really nice not to have dark conditions outside. 3.5 hours so far. That's brilliant. We got to Pythagoras is very shortfall. She ain't gonna be flying either. We got to 7.5 hours yesterday, so let's see if we can do something similar. I'll be back in a minute. But if the geeks are really lucky, I might bring something from chomp on. Okay, all right. Oh, now, there we are. So we welcome Dread Punk. Hello, Dread Punk. Welcome, welcome, welcome for you as well. And good stuff. Always nice to have people join us. There's a carrot there for you. Break them up when I spotlight small pieces, small pieces. Okay, right, I'll be back in a second. He's got the second half of the fleece to put in. Okay. We can have some food on the side here. I will obviously leave the stream on. Yeah. And let's give some figures. So we've got 1 hour 15 and lots of food. I don't think they're going to sleep. Who knows? I'll get a light on as well in here. And we have got. Thank you, everyone, for watching. That is fantastic. Keep going. We're at 5.1. Let's see if we can get more than 7.5 from yesterday. I think the figures look good. And I will turn the light on and I'll be back once I've eaten. So I'm hungry watching them eat. Right, let's get the light on. There we are. The light is now. I'll be back soon. Thank you. Leave the glasses. They did, my bad. That's right. Right. We are here now. So we've got hello everyone. I've had some food. It was a curry with some rice. I haven't made it. And let's just quickly go back. We welcome Faith Germain. Faith Germain, hello. All females, all females. Then the little piggy. Well, it could be any one of the four. And the one pointing her nose out, that is Democritus. She's like Granny in the things. Hello, Margaret. Hello, Margaret. How are you? And Faith Germain, thank you very much indeed for your kind gift of the money. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. It's really truly lovely. Thank you. That will all go to the guinea pigs. So guinea pig on the right is the youngest. That's Athena. Guinea pig in the middle of those three. That's Pythagoras. And there's great granny guinea pig wandering around. Super stuff. Thank you very much indeed, Faith. That's very kind. Where are you located? Are you? Wait. Where are you? Are you in England? Where are you? That's very kind. Thank you so very much indeed. If anyone else wants to make a donation, that'll be gratefully accepted. So we've got, they've had loads to eat, haven't they? What have we given them? They had some tomatoes and some kale to start with. Then, they ate that within 5 minutes. Then they had some grass and they had some carrots. They're just bins, aren't they? And they're eating lots and lots of the hay there. Now, there's the lovely Athena, and they're all Teddies. Dreadpunk, Faith, and someone else who's earlier on. La 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 la. It was the number. It was a number. DS969. There we are. So I have to have some food. Thank you very much indeed. That's really cool of you. Now, let's just do a quick watch check here. Always nice to update and to inform you where we are on our watch time for these live streams, because every minute counts. 7.1, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. We'll just keep going while we can. They're eating better than us, Angela, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what, they're eating better than us. I had chicken curry with some sort of pineapple slices in it, and some rice. It's microwave rice. That's not too bad. Just fed the other guinea pigs, given them some hay and some pellets. Second load of fleece washing is in. I tell you what, they do eat well, don't they, Angela? I wish I was a guinea pig. Oh. If I come back as a guinea pig, I'm either coming here or I'm going up to Nottinghamshire where you are. Because I think animals, if they're fortunate enough, and in most cases they are, but if they're fortunate enough to live in a home that cares, then that's because they're at our mercy, really. They're reliant on us. So everything here will have a lovely life. That's the main thing. So we've got 9 likes and we've got 5 of you on the stream. Thank you very much indeed. That means every 12 minutes we've got another out. Here we are, Faith. This is great. That's great, Granny. That's Xenocrates running around. She's going off to see her daughter. Now, she was quite old when she had her daughter, because that was her 3rd litter. But her and Democrats get on very well. We did have her half-sister, Luna, with us until recently. She sadly passed away. But Xenocrates has chilled out very nicely. Democritus, the daughter, has sort of like assumed the sit next to mum role, which is nice. And obviously, because of the vast gap in age between Xenocrates and Democritus, like 2.5 years, I think. 2.5, just over 2.5 years. Then the other 3 will be together at some point, but that's all that. Now, Angela's got her guinea pig in the kitchen. Is your fridge very well oiled so you can gently open it? Or do you have or is your fridge really noisy? We want to know, Angela, how noisy is your fridge? 60 on stream. Thank you very much. Hit that like button. That is super. I think I can get another like on this because I can. Yeah, I can go into the stream myself and I can hit a like. Let's do that. All right, which way am I going? I'm going from that end. There we go. Always appreciate to have so many people on the stream. You might not think it's very many when you've got 5 or 6 people. It really does make a difference. Now they're here all the time. No way. So however you creep into the fridge, is it a big fridge or a small fridge? Is it one of these ones that you can spread the food around and carefully reach in, or have you got reach in and move 10 items? A bit like Christmas Jenga. That's we did have when I was growing up, we had a normal sized fridge of its time, with a ice box at the top, and then my parents got an upright freezer, and that went into the garage, which is right next to the kitchen. You'd step out the kitchen and then go into the garage, and our big fridge freezer. Oh, but they love that. Our youngest, she was so hot last summer that she used to stand in front of the freezer and just open the door and just stand there and cool down. When we came and looked around the house here, the fridge freezer it's like it's 6 foot high, I guess. And so one side's fridge and one side's freezer. And we negotiated with the owner here to keep it. Although Ella's dad said just offer her 50 quid, and it was too much aggravation for us to try and move it. But I think we paid quite a bit more than that. But anyway, when we went into the kitchen and stuff, this was during the COVID thing, so there weren't many people wandering around, and we had to look in the freezer, and there was the cornettos, and she had cornettos with the chocolate on the top. So I do remember that. Now we've got our give cut to 1 hour 48. Don't forget, if you are watching us, you can of course rewatch live streams, which helps on our watch hours. We've got 4,180, so we are very, very low level monetized. So we appreciate everything, and every penny goes to the guinea pigs, doesn't it, Athena? Certainly does. And you've seen how much food they eat, and they get all the hay, and hay is 18 quid a box, and thankfully that's now back available. And we've got a nice KT. Now tomorrow, I think we can do you Stardust and Storm and Moondust. So we can do 3 guinea pigs tomorrow. And then on Friday morning, it'll be quite early, so it might be a catch-up for the Americans. We are going to do Mercury and Midnight. So I'll do you those two. And then we're going to shut down. And we've got to do some tidying up, I think, on Friday and Saturday. So there will be a bit of live streaming Friday morning. There'll be some tomorrow night. Same time as now, so 1700 hours British summertime. There'll be some more tomorrow night. There'll be a little bit Friday morning. Then we're going to shut things down so we can clear up and tidy up. So it won't be any live stream on Saturday. None on my Friday afternoon, and there'll be none on Sunday because we've got people here. And we may well be able to come back on Monday. It depends. Ellen wants to get rid of everyone on Easter Sunday very fast, so we will see. I promise nothing. So that's why we're doing these here. Otherwise, if we didn't have so much to clear up, I would say we'll live stream on Friday and Saturday. We're just going to run out of time. So, and I'd rather not move things from one room to another. I'd rather clear things. Otherwise, once you move them, you've got to move them back again. Can't be doing all that. Anyway. Anyway, that's not your problem. That's not my problem. It's a fact of life. 7.7 watch hours at the moment, which is great. Let's find out about that rocket. Where is Artemis? Where is Artemis? Well, that's just don't worry, that noise is that's quite fabulous having a little different. Just chew the sellotape. Right. The bits of cardboard around the edges, that's really when there were babies in there because they could sneak through the gaps, but we don't need them now. But it's quite good to keep the hay inside. Right, let's go to. I want to know about these rockets. Is it definitely going up? Is it definitely going up? Let's see. You've got a taste of that, haven't you? We shall find out now. Still trying to get this info on the. Right, here's some update. Ooh. So I'm saying if we can get to Mars and bring some samples back, I put it at better. 90% chance we could prove there was some microbial life on Mars. Oh, so it won't be anything like us then. We've got to get it back. That's the problem, isn't it? All that big rocket's got to go up, and yet it's got to get back. Now, so we got 4 of you on the stream. Anyone want to say some words? Say some words. Got 5 of you on the stream. Who wants to say hello? We got. We've got 5 of our. So we've got 4 of our teddies here, and there's the hay. Hey. It's pretty neat. And let's just move this camera a little bit. It is actually on a stool because those of you that were with us a few weeks ago will know that Bella chomped on a drag wire, on a wire that was dragging, and she stopped the live stream. She had to stop live streaming for a few days. A pain. Ah, we've got some updates. Hooray! We've got some updates. Right, so Artemis 2 launch. NASA's Orion spacecraft set to blast off for a 10-day journey around the moon. Here we go. Excellent. Right. Wonder when they get on. Wonder when they get on it. This will be on this will be on high resolution multimedia. That's exciting. There's a free on-demand streaming channel, NASA Plus, an app for smart devices. Wow. So 2 hour launch window is at 11:24 p.m. At my time, 11:24 p.m. British Summer Time. There's 2 hours flight window open, and after 4 hour fueling. So it's nothing like science fiction, is it, where they jump into a ship and off they go. Imagine if you're escaping from the bad, you have to wait for 4 hours for the your ship to get fueled up. It reads quite amazing, really, isn't it? 98 meters, 322 feet tall. Gosh. 6.5 seconds to clear the tower. Then it's 17,500 miles per hour. An altitude of 531,000 feet. Wow. Then its engines cut off. Core stage separations. No more than 8 minutes into the flight. Real journey to the moon begins on flight day 2 after several revolutions in Earth's orbit in the so-called translunar injection burn. Wow. Well, I sincerely hope it all goes well for them all. And there's no hitches. I'm sure there may be some tiny, tiny, tiny little things that may not be perfect, but hopefully everything will be safe for them. Exciting. Gosh. I mean, it's a colossal waste of money to go to the moon. So we've already done it, but I guess there's things we can do to learn, so it could be worthwhile. Now, we have. I have not got. I seem to have not. I'm not reading any comments. Let's see if I can get some comments up. I don't know if it's my screen. Let's see. Ah, there we are. Andrew said, "Would you pay to go to space?" No, not even on monetization on YouTube. I wouldn't go up. It's not like Star Wars, is it? Where you just jump into a ship and fly off. The technology in people's creative minds is way more advanced than what we've got. We are, you know, going to the moon 58 years ago, 57 years ago. That was like Stone Age technology to what we've got now, and yet we've still got to go there. And whereas in the olden days we would do it slowly, you know, each stage was slow. This time we're trying to jump through 2 or 3 stages each time. So they're going to land Artemis 4. This is Artemis 2. So Artemis 4 is going to land and then a bit later that year will be Artemis 5. That's in 2 years' time. So they've got a little way to go. but it's like 4 people have got to be stuck inside of a van for like 10 days. There's no dignity. There's no, apparently, even if you're like clicking a pen top, that would drive people mad. So they've had to stay together for so many months just to ensure that they were not yet. Anyone there? Yeah, not to the moon yet. It's very, it's very, very. It's one of those things that you want to know it's safe, so you can then let your kids watch it. You know, you don't want to be watching the thing and anything go wrong on the launch or on the way to space, and you have to kind of just, they've got safety check and double safety check, and then check again, and then sign it all off, and then say, right, we can carry on. But a lot of technology is unproven. It's very and they've got to get a lander. They're expecting, I think, they're expecting one of the billionaires, Elon, or the Amazon fella, to get a lander. But Elon Musk's idea is to send. I've got Chloe. Hello, Chloe. How are you? Good evening. So Elon Musk's idea is to send like a tube up to space, and then that'll land. But that hasn't been tested yet. It's all a bit Heath Robinson. It's a bit like, well, that should work. But he's more focused on Mars. He's going to send like 100 ships to Mars. It's a bit like going to the Americas, I guess. There was nothing there, and yet look at it now. We want to see it all happen, but it may well be that there's going to be quite a lot of generations before they do interplanetary travel and stuff and get to Mars, and people live on there. And looking at some of the videos on YouTube, it's all very well getting to Mars, but getting back's going to take years. And then once you start a population on Mars, then you've got 2 planets. And so Earth will rule Mars, but eventually Mars will then seek independence from Earth. So it's that's all a few years down the line. Chloe, hope you feel better. Yeah, all the bins don't get emptied. I saw this is like anyone of a certain age in the UK will remember the politician Tony Benn, who was a Labour politician, and I went and saw him speak. Angela, he did only theatre tours in the early 2000s, and he was talking about constituents when he was a member of Parliament, and he said he had some old lady say to him, "It's all very well the Americans landing on the moon, but my bins aren't being emptied." It's just the difference of striving for something new and the practical of what's happening on Earth is very different now. Spot's got an earache, because that's probably listening to me. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon. 6 of you are on the stream. 11 likes. Thank you very much. Hope you feel a lot better, especially with your teeth. Yes. Now, for 2 hours 5 coming up now. Where are we on our watch time? Come on, 8.6. There we are. That's good stuff. So let's see how we've got 6 of you on the stream. So let's see how we go. Let's see how quickly it takes to get to 10, and we'll see how we go. I don't want to lose people, but it is just gone 7 o'clock here. So I've had some updates from our eldest doing the skiing. She's done very well. She's in the top group. Obviously, wouldn't expect that. No, she's done really well. She did go a couple of years ago. Didn't do any of the dry ski slopes or the ski slope stuff that they would try and they offered. If you hadn't been before, she didn't go back for a refresher thing. So she's in the top set for the skiing, and she went on some ski jumps. So that's been quite fun. 6 of you watching, 11 likes. Thank you very much indeed for that. I'm just seeing what sort of watch hours we can get. I've got the first load of fleece is now on the washing line. The bits of hay, the end of it, the bits of grain and stuff, that's still wrapped into the fleece. But as long as it's dry, that'll be okay because there's plenty of hay on top of it within the cages. The second load of fleece is in the washing machine in a big bag that's with a big heavy zip. And you can use that for dog blankets and stuff. So that's why I bought it. All handy. All the other guinea pigs are all fed, watered, and hay given to them. And they all had some grass a couple of hours ago, so they're all very happy. And we've got about an hour and a half ago they had that grass. And it's still daylight. There's some lights on now. So we'll 2 hours here. We'll see where we go. We've lost a few of you now. Why have we lost some of you? Pythagoras does look a lot like Luna. The Teddy family, although obviously Xenocrates and Athena don't have tons of white on them, the rough idea of the whole family is pretty much white. Um, a lot of whites in the family. The so Socrates, our original tea, she had black patches on her eyes, but she was mainly white. The trio of babies was mainly whitish with a bit of black and brown here and there. The female between there was Epicurus' mum and Socrates' daughter. She was mainly white. Epicurus had loads of white, and then Epicurus had 5 babies, of which they was multicolored because their dad was gingerbread. But the genes within Epicurus meant that when she had another litter with Hercules, she had a white half teddy that was Milky Way. Then Milky Way paired up with a Milky Way paired up with the guinea pig Dasher, who's Coco and Mercury's dad. He was dark and brown and black, and she had she had a white baby, which was Mini Milk. So that line was white, and then obviously Xenocrates. Well, there was Luna as well. Don't forget Luna, and then Xenocrates has fed that white down further. So that's rather nice. There we go. How to stop? Yes. I think our else has been told how to stop. You're right there, Athena. She went on a black run and she went on a red run. So she's good. She lost her goggles last time. we have Pythagoras looking at us. So we have is Pythagoras Luna's great niece? Yes. Yes. Uh, can I ski? Uh, I did dry ski slope about 30 years ago. I thought that'd be something interesting to try. But I've never been skiing, as in skiing, no. But our eldest seems to enjoy it. But even though we're social media whiz kids, we're not made of money, so we wouldn't like go skiing as a family. I don't think. But the school went 2 years ago and went again this year. So if they go again in 2 years, then potentially both our children will go. That cost a fortune, but who knows? Who knows? Now let's just do. It's nice to have the opportunity, but I don't fancy sitting on a coach for a day. Although I'm sure they did stop halfway. We're at 9.2. Okay, so we're at 9.2, 2 hours 14. So we're going to get to 10 hours of watch time, then I'll stop. All right, because the last 2 evenings I actually sat down with Ellen and we watched telly. Can you believe it? I know. You can see at the back at the top of these, top right of the screen, you can see the fleece, the blue fleece. So we've got about another 5 minutes on this stream, okay? I will stop it when we get to 10. So I can then stop for the day because I'm a bit tired. I'm really tired, but it's been really, really good. And please, please, please do watch some other long videos. That'd be great. Got a few more minutes yet. So let's see, so many channels for them to watch. Well, I know. Which we watched an episode of Grand Design last night, which is when two people go and build a house, and then Kevin McLeod sort of offers advice and thoughts and the commentary, and that was really good because the lady had these constant cancers on her skin, and he had also had a cancer scare. So it was a fascinating program. Made you think, what's possible? So the Teddies are making a bit of a noise. They're probably a bit shattered on being on the show. And the day before, we watched Location with Phil and Kirsty. And Phil and Kirsty have probably been round Aylesbury. So anyone who doesn't know Location, it's when two estate agents take a pair of people around looking at houses, then they try and help them buy one if the people want to buy one. They just often the people have looked at loads of houses and have been too slow on putting an offer in, or the market's terrible. And anyway, Phil and Kirsty offer some advice and thoughts. Ella and I wanted to go on location, but we'd have argued too much. It would have made great telly, but we'd have been well embarrassed. Grand Science is amazing. It's been going for years, isn't it? And the guy, Kevin, in Grand Science, his language is lovely and he's so kind and thoughtful. And he always does like a piece to the camera at the end. It can't be scripted. It can be sketched out, but he obviously doesn't learn it. But it's very impressive. We hope, yes, we will stick with the fleece. We'll stick with the fleece certainly until the winter. We'll try different things. So that's the aim, definitely. Even though my dad's going to bring some newspaper over. Right, 9.4. Let me go and check on my washing machine. I think that's due to finish soon. Oh, all the washing's done there. It's on the line. Such a showbiz lifestyle I need. Hello, guinea pigs. Zoom in. There we are. Now, let's have a quick chat. Catch up before we finish. So, right. Angela's got some new fleece with guinea pigs on it. How cool! We have got some fleece with guinea pigs on it. Eleanor a while back bought a big guinea pig fleece to sit to put on her lap in the living room, and it's got bones on it, along with guinea pigs. So we think it was probably a dog one, but they just put guinea pigs instead of dogs, but left the bones on. So if you sort of say, if you think to yourself, well, it's like the food pellets, the little pieces. Sometimes it takes a bit of a flight of fancy. But anyway, it's quite cute. Guinea pig duvet section. Yeah, we got some of that. Chloe's got her brother's got stuff with guinea pigs on it. Oh, but you like the golden retrievers. My youngest is loving golden retriever videos on Facebook at the moment. Yeah, we've got obviously hay on top of the fleece in the cages. I switched to fleece because newspapers were getting tricky to get hold of. I didn't want to be chasing people to have newspapers. Like, no, my dad's neighbour's got some. I'll take that for whatever period of time's left. But having fleece just gives us options, I think. Yeah, well, newspaper won't cost me anything, so I don't lose anything. All I've got to do is just wash the fleece. So I mean, that's two loads of washing and then dry it. So at the moment, it works. It works. We never use sawdust. Apart from when I got given some once, I used it for a bit and that was fine. Just used it until it was done. Yes, I have got 3 sets of fleece for the cages. So strictly speaking, I could do two cleans, two clean outs, then have to use the washing machine. But at the moment, I do it for each time I clean them out. So I've got 2 sets of fleece that I've used a couple of times now. I've got one set I haven't used, but that can come into play. Yes, Pythagoras is very sweet. She's got shapes all over her. Fleecy pajama pants were cut up by Spot. That's very sweet, isn't it? Right. There's an image there. Now let's just do our watch check. I think we're near the end. We've got to be beyond 10, I think. Must be 10.2. Right. Okay. So let's we'll keep going for a little bit longer. We're at 2 hours 30. I don't say we look snooze. Yeah, I'll stick. We'll go up to 11. I'll put 11 on my spreadsheet. All right, I'll put 11 on my spreadsheet because Eleanor's watching a program at the moment about keeping your house tidy. So I don't really want to sit and watch that with her because she'll start getting ideas. It's the one with Stacey Solomon, Angela. Oh no, I'm Stacey. Yeah, that one. And is it How Clean's Your House or something? Or she. So the premise of that program, everyone, is that Stacey's like a TV personality in England, kind of, and she turns up and they take all your contents out of your house put it into a big aircraft hangar, and then you have to sort it out, and then they put it all back into your house, and then make some adjustments inside your house. That's pretty much the premise. And there's always stories and people, no. Stacey's a little bit. She comes across. She's got a big heart, but it's a bit annoying. But she comes. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't knock someone who's got a big heart. She's not everyone's cup of tea, but she's pleasant enough. If she was your neighbour, it wouldn't be too bad. You could have worse neighbours, I think. Um, so that's It's not too bad in the scheme of things. Right, let me just go through a few of these posts I put up on Facebook, just clicking all the invites. People that have put thumbs up and likes, I can just invite them if they haven't already seen our page. Let me do that. Then I'll come back. Once I get to 11 hours of watch time, will stop. And I'll say, thank you very much indeed. I put the guinea pigs away. And then I am done then for the night. So we're back. We will be back tomorrow with Stardust and Storm and Moondust. Moondust and Storm, they're just taking a bit. Storm's fine. Moondust is just adjusting a little bit. It's been back in with her mum. I think she forgets who's who. But Storm is quite chilled out and calm. Also, when you switch the guinea pigs over between Mercury and Stardust, you can see who's not as comfortable or who's not quite as chilled. But they'll all be fine. They'll all be fine overall. We have no problem and no overall worries. I'm sure they'll all be quite happy. And then we'll have all 5 of the Stardust's family together. It's a shame we couldn't really do it with Myrtle when she was around, but we did have that video with the 6 of them. That was a funny video to do with 6 of them on the table here. Obviously, we had the surround with the mesh surround, but we were very concerned that Myrtle and Stardust would start going at each other. And they didn't. We kept giving them food, and they sort of avoided it. And that was in November. We did that, and we did that because we were a little bit concerned about Stardust. But actually, it turned out that Myrtle was the one that ultimately went first. So just goes to show you shouldn't really delay things. You should just try and, if you can, if it's possible, just do them as soon as. That's why with the youngsters meeting some of the guinea pigs, we did all the oldies first of all, and then I did Luna because I was a bit concerned about her. Should have done Myrtle as well, but you never know. You never know. It's so you can't do everything. You just can't do everything. But we've got tons of. When you lose the guinea pig, you look at all the live streams, and there's hours and hours of them all, and it's amazing to look back and you see all of them as though they're just in front of you on screen. It's quite nice actually. It's very nice just to see them running around, seeing Luna all happy and everything, and they don't quite disappear. They're just sort of on the screen. But obviously, you still remember how you picked them up and what they felt like and their characteristics, and it's. Yeah, so it's really nice actually to look back. We're very I'm very pleased we started a channel on YouTube actually. We're a little bit slow off the line. We really should have done one over lockdown, but thought Facebook might be better. But actually if we tried YouTube and just chucked a few videos up at the time, obviously with Stardust's mum and grandmother and that first wave of guinea pigs, they would have had videos. They had short videos, but we've had long videos. We had live stream videos with mom, but certainly having long videos would have been. Obviously, you've got that durability because they'd have been up for a few years. They'd have massive number of views during lockdown, and then that would have then given us a wad of followers, and some of them would have carried on. I know some of the guinea pig pages, the viewing of their current videos is a lot less than during lockdown, a lot less. But anyway, it's always better to have people that are currently watching rather than having 50,000 that never watch and only 1,000 that do. I'd rather have it our numbers. Right, I'll be back in a second. I'm still here. I'm just going down this thing. Then we'll get a quick watch check. We've got guinea pigs comfortably just chilling out now. We've reached the point in the evening where they've had enough. They've had a snooze. They've had a wander. Something to eat. And they're like, right. They probably know they're going to go back. But the temperatures dropped. Well, they're sensitive to temperatures, guinea pigs. So you're probably thinking, right, the warmth that kind of was in here 2.5 hours ago isn't in here now. So we're now going to wander off. If you haven't yet seen the video on can they go on the grass, that video that came out today, please do watch it or hit the like button or whatever. That'd be great. I think it's had about 30. See how many views it had so far. I'll tell you. Just needs a few more views. I mean, whatever people can do, that'd be great. It's had 34 views. It's only 12 short of the most popular video after 18 hours. But it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. As long as it gets some views, that's the most important thing. It will get some curiosity. We hope. We hope. Anyway, it was a fun one to do. We'll try and do some longer ones. I think I want to do some videos. The game's been stroked, and that's always a nice one people like to watch, just chill out too. So, and you get to see the guinea pigs up close. So that is something which I think we're going to do, as well as finish off the youngsters meeting the older ones. But I want to mix them up and dilute them down. Otherwise, it'd just be like 10 videos of all the youngsters meeting the oldies, and that's a little bit boring. So, right, I'm nearly done here. Just clicking the last posts that I did yesterday. Then I'll go to the watch hours. Then we may close down because the games aren't really doing very much now. So if you're still there, thank you very much indeed. Tomorrow, as I said, we've got Stardust and Storm and Moondust. And then on Friday morning, so it might be a catch-up job for the American people and Canadian people. Friday morning we'll do Mercury and Midnight, just so they get a bit of a stretch out as well. And that might be a really early start because I haven't got any. It's Good Friday. I haven't got a delivery of Tesco's coming on that day. We've shunted it to Saturday. So I can start it. I haven't got to clean them out as well because I cleaned them out. I cleaned them out yesterday. So I've got to get up early, get moving, doing things. That's always a nice challenge. So that's nearly there. Quite a lot of people actually have liked the videos of there's a couple of Moondust siblings, because obviously when they went, we then did a video of the pair together, so we have a memory of them as a pair, and had them in groups as well, but on the grass. But it's strange. I remember when we did our last video of the Storm 6, and then we had to take the two males out. But it was really amazing. You're thinking, wow, I'll take the two boys out literally in 10 minutes' time. Let's do one last video. And you look at them and they're quite big. And then as soon as you take them out and put them on their own, they're like really small. Then the male starts squeaking. They're like, where's our mum? Right, let's go back to that. Okay, sorry, people. Right, let's go quickly down. Angela's OCD. Sorting and throwing out every month, so that's really cool actually, because in the sense of tidying up all the time, we've got so much stuff. That's the thing. Stuff. Honeyduke is not in here. No, that was yesterday. She'll be back on live stream next week, I think. But she's all right. I've seen her yesterday. Myrtle's life, yeah, Myrtle was cool. Myrtle was cool. The honeydew pictures, you wanted them, Chloe, and I delivered. I hope they were good. Whose butt's that? That's that's that is Athena. Chloe's video idea. Right. How well do you know our piggies? That could be the caption. The video could be a picture of piggies' butts. People have to guess whose butt is whose. Lots of buts there, Chloe. Yes, ifs and buts. That's a good idea. Maybe that'd be better on the community posts with photos, like quizzes. Which guinea pigs this? There we are. Right, I'll do a quick check of watch hours. Now we're at 11.1. Okay, we're going to stop there. As we always say, thank you very much indeed. Thank you all so much. Whatever. Have you enjoyed that? 2 hours or so. We'll be back tomorrow with 3 of our other guinea pigs, starting roughly about 1700 hours EST, 5 o'clock. And thank you very much indeed. And let's send our best wishes to the astronauts tonight. All being well, they'll be up safely. Hopefully it all works out for them. Right, okay, thank you very much. See you later. And don't forget to watch some long videos. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.